What's up, guys? Sparebow here, and this is episode 6 of the How to Go Pro and High Ping series. If you're a new viewer, this series is all about helping high or low ping players on how to go pro. This series is all about giving my insights of situations I did and how I placed, or things I did that were really well. In this episode, I would just be covering on how to take height and knowing when to take height and how to hold it also. So, currently you'll be seeing one of the EU Cash Up games. Both the games I'll be showing are from the EU Cash Up that took place this Tuesday. This game is pretty stacked, 53 people up for zone. We're above Surge, so we don't really have to worry about it. 3 people have to die, mostly in EU. This shouldn't be an issue. Surge shouldn't be an issue in this lobby. I don't even think it activated. We're really just planning our rotate, getting ready. If you're ever sitting in a box, you're fine, not really anything. You should start scouting your rotate and knowing when to rotate. So you see as the right side I'm like, okay, it's extremely congested. I can't really do much if I have to go that way. I would have to go early if it pulls across the map. And just knowing where people are when having to rotate is just extremely important and can just help you a lot from getting lobby focus or just dying on a rotate. So here we do our little ritual. We always do this in games. We just chill, try to get a ritual to power zone. It worked. So here it's on the right side. We just rotate early. I scout real quick. I'm like, okay, but we can go. We just go real quick. Since look how it is, you'll see that if I can't base on low ground because that team, so I'm like, we can just go up. No team is playing height. There's our time, we go up all the way. And that's a key thing. Sometimes ramping teams is just the valid option. A lot of times no teams are playing height, and if you rotate late or just early, sometimes you can catch those teams off guard while ramping them and just ramp them super early and having that high ground position during half-half. Although holding height or just trying to play for height during half-half is extremely risky, since there's a 50% chance kinda that you'll pull first moving, and it could pull to opposite height. You just invest a lot of mats. Also, you have the possibility of getting landed on. Mostly in this meta, a lot of people tend to land on height. You have to be extremely careful when you're investing this much mats onto playing height. So here we just plan for nobody to try to land on us, so we all stay up shooting anybody that gets near us, trying to get a kill also. So here, people are below us, they're second height. We cannot let them try to flank us. So we pay attention to that. They're trying to fight him. And we just chill. Probably just keep spraying. I'm going to let it play out a little bit before I talk again and give you my insights.
Someone give me a clip. Someone give me a clip.
60, only 60.
Yeah, I have like 7.
I have 43.
I'll end it.
So as you can see, first zone just pulled, and it pulled towards us. So we're in a great spot. It's a stack game also. We know the height the team that tried to play height already went down since they didn't pull a zone. We all stay up. We split match to the target, which is Felix. We need him to get ahead as much as possible. We're currently giving comps of how we want to play height. I said I'm going to play in the back so we don't get flanked. Also, I'll play OT when the time comes. Post said he's going to play up front with Felix in the middle, kind of. We all have pads right now, but since we pulled zone, we're not going to invest in pads. We're going to invest our mats to hold height. And we also were saying multiple times that we can get landed on. So the thing that we did, we just try to spray everybody near us. The biggest issue about holding height for us right now was the ammo that we had. When you're going to play height, ammo is very important. And mostly in this meta, you have to try to spray everybody in the sky to make them not land on you. You really need to make sure that nobody comes near you. Now, also another big issue of height that even with low ammo can be an issue is that if you don't spray second height, they will take it. You need to consistently spray at second height, because if they're extremely close to you, they can literally just maybe ramp up 2 to 3 times and they just have height. Like here, that team is literally 1 layer below us. We noticed that when we started spraying them, but the issue is we don't have ammo. We literally can't spray off these teams that much. I only had 70. I had 36 before I got split ammo. So right now we're in a terrible spot. These teams could take height any second if they just noticed. And that's a big issue. Right now, it doesn't look like we're shambles at all due to how much mats we're investing. With our hards getting built in the front, no wood has been used yet. But when you're not getting sprayed by height, that can tell that you don't have ammo. The team on height doesn't have ammo, and this can be an indicator you can take height at this moment. We literally aren't spraying at second height. Basically, that team could just consistently stay there, look up, and just take height. They also didn't notice that we're single tarping. Our mats are running low now. It's a perfect time where any team should start taking height. And when you see players single tarp and one of the players on height start hopping on your walls, that means they're shambles and trying to find a refresh. This is an indicator you also need to take height. Since we've been on height for so long and we wasted so many mats and ammo, we're already running low. And if you are on height, this is the time where you're supposed to try to find kills just to refresh. Not kills that are far from you, kills that you can get and go get those mats. So here we just drop, just try to get these kids off our layer, fight them for mats. And this kid almost screws my game. Thank God I missed that edit. That's the one time where missing edits actually helped me. I got out of there. That kid was crazy. I got back up to height. This is a very losable game by how low I am, how much mats we have. We currently have like 20 wood builds. I'm low as hell. It's just not looking good. This easily be losable. Mostly with 16 players up. There's still second height. Any team could really take it from us. And this is the point, guys, where getting height is easier. This late in zone, the team on height might not have many things. They might have no mats, they might have no ammo, because they've been playing height for so long. It's obviously hard to tell when the same team's been on height, since sometimes height can change throughout the game. But if you notice that the same team has been on height, it just helps you. Like, this team starts trying to play for height, but their issue was they didn't really do anything. They didn't really try to spray. Their play tried to go for height. We were all noticing. If they tried to spray out height a little bit more and waste our mats, we would have easily dropped. Spraying height the whole game is also extremely good for when you're trying to take height. If you just spray height throughout the whole game, if you're second height, you're going to waste your mats. You're going to make them want to drop. So here we just start boxing these kids. I'm completely out of mats. This is a terrible spot. We ended up getting second place here just because we had no mats. I had to drop to try to find a kill. And so many teams start fighting on low ground. I'm like, okay, bet I can get a kill. I kill one. I see a guy in storm and I get triple pumped. So currently it's a 3v2v1. It's extremely losable. The solo dies and just ends at 3v2. We wanted to play heal off here, and we can't really do much about it. Felix has no mats. He has 6 builds. He doesn't give the team siphon, which is very important, guys. If it ever comes to heal off, the main thing you should never do is give the opponent siphon that's currently healing off, because they could lose you the game. Getting that teammate siphon is 5 extra ticks in storm, which can easily cause the person to lose. Think about it this way: if a flopper equals 4 seconds in the zone, a tick, a siphon is 5 seconds in the zone. So having those 5 extra seconds in the zone can easily determine if you win or lose that game. So the important things from the game that you should learn is knowing when to get refreshes on height, knowing how to indicate when height is low on mats, when they stop spraying you, is how to indicate when you can take height. And now we're going to hop in the second game, which I'm going to show you how to know when you can take height. And this game is also in the EU Cash Cup, so I'm going to dive straight into it. So guys, this is the second game that I want to show you guys. It was also on a EU Cash Cup, like I said before. It was not that stacked of lobby, 34 5th zone. So currently, I'm in a bad spot because we padded, and I just got screwed. So I just run back there with teammates. We're not in a great spot. I still have really good mats. I have a launch pad. We all are set, but our mats are kind of lacking. We also have good AR this game, which is really important. And Felix luckily gets the first refresh of the game, hitting a 200 out the sky. We get those mats. We're back. At least I'm back mat-wise. So we just chill. We don't want to stay in here too much since we don't know where his teammate might be. His teammate might try to grief us. So we all go back to the better spot. We just chill up here. Felix starts planning our rotate, looking and stuff, looking for kills. I'm just healing. I give the pad to Felix. And on every trio, one person should always try to hold the pads. So, for example, the IGL should always try to have at least one pad if he has none. And you should just have a designated padder. And even though it sounds really simple, when you're padding, everybody should have a role. So, for example, somebody holds the pyramid, somebody shoots out things above the pyramid, and somebody puts a launch pad down. And the person that puts a launch pad down should be the first one to hit the pad, or just the IGL should hit the pad first, so you guys can follow the IGL. So when you're padding, you should try to make it so you mark places where you should land and where your teammates are gonna land also. So let's say you land first, you mark that spot. You're like, okay guys, I'm gonna land here. They also land with you. You can just calculate it, and it's a lot easier for everybody to land. So first moving's about to happen. We're looking down, Post gets a good kill. He notices there's a guy just hiding. There's all our builds. We have to do much, but just to be safer, we throw him back in our box. Since one of those votes were at ours, so we didn't want to risk it. So here, first one pulls. We didn't really scout much, which was kind of an issue. But we're just confident that easy rotate. We were gonna pad, but just so pulling so close, we just ended up tarping. We see that guy, we just wanted to fight him. So we just straight WK him. It's a solo, we know it is. We don't really mind. We just jump in his box. It's our third refresh of this game. We just keep running low ground. We go around this mountain. We're center zone during moving wise. We just keep tarping ahead. We wanted to pad right now, but we just couldn't. It was too congested. Even in that game, it was extremely congested. I take over since I have the most mats. Should I get us in a good spot? I should have gotten us a little bit more ahead, and that was kind of my fault, because if it kept pulling, we would have been in a worse spot. So here I just look for refreshes now, since getting kills for points is really important. Felix pops med since he took a little bit of damage. I look back zone, which is a very good place for getting kills sometimes. And zone pulls, they tell me to leave. I just leave. They're ahead of zone. Felix is we're gonna pad, which is extremely good call out, since due to zone being so close to like edge, we were edge, which is a bad spot to keep harping. We would have wasted too many mats, which is a great place to pad. And then there, I just full box a kill. That was an overall. I was looking kind of risky, and we just get that kill, another refresh. And now is when we start looking for height. I'm like, okay, bet. And like, I notice that height is fighting, so I start spraying out height. And this is a time where you guys should start taking it. When you see people fighting on height and their back zone, it's just an indicator you start going for it. Felix and Post go in the front. They start ramping. I go in the back, keep spraying. Now they already cranked up, so I was spraying the second height, and we just kill all of height. We just have it now. It was a free win. And that's when you should start looking for height. During the end of first moving, you should start looking at height if you're second height or just mid ground, and seeing what's going up there. Are they fighting? How much mats do they have? You won't obviously know how much mats they have, but if they're tarping on wood, that just means that they're low on mats. So if they're not spraying, that means they're low on ammo, like I said before. So we just knew that we had height, so we just hold it now. And since we had a lot of mats, we set up the layers. We had 2 tarping ahead, and we had 1 on OT height. And having 1 on OT height is extremely important during endgames, since somebody could flank you, and having that OT height can prevent the flank, since the person OT height should stay back of the zone while the tarpers stay in front, so they can see anything that's going on. So if they're getting flanked in front, the person on OT height can see. And here we should have won this game, but since I am on a U ping, I just got edited down. I just got shot down and just faced through all my builds. We ended up losing this game, sadly. I would have won off Elaf alone if I didn't get sprayed down. The issue I made here was I was single tarping since I was low on mats. I tried double tarping way too late, and we just lose, get second place here. Still a huge game. So guys, hope you enjoyed. It was just a quick video on how to take height, how to learn it. If you want to see more videos, just say it in the comments. If you want to see a video on a specific topic, please let me know. I'll make it. The next video will probably be how to play mid ground or low ground, and by the time this video comes out, the solo cash up will probably happen. So I'll also be making a video on that, how to place the solo cash up with solo drops. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Have a good night. See you guys next video.